boys and girls. Welcome to Hershey, and welcome to the Hershey Trolley Works. Are we all excited for our 11:15 trolley show today? Phenomenal! All right, I'm Joshua. I'm your station master. Before you guys hop on, I have a couple things to go over, and then I'll get you guys in your seats to enjoy the show. So at this time, please listen on up and look this way. First thing, on board our trolleys, there's no eating, drinking, smoking, or vaping on the vehicle. However, there are some exceptions. Obviously, if you got some water with you, that's always okay to drink anywhere. And of course, folks, if you brought your Hershey candy along as well, of course it's allowed to be eaten on board the trolley car. We just ask, please hold on to wrappers and trash until the end of the tour. And
hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Hershey. Welcome aboard trolley car number 5. My name is Emma. I'm going to be your conductor today. Our motorman's name is Mike. Everybody say hi. Mike? Hi. Now, Mike's job is extremely important because not only will he be riding us to Hershey, Pennsylvania today, but he'll also be taking the trolley back in time as well. Also, on today's trip, we have our newest conductor riding with us. His name is Wilbur.
hello.
Anything you'd like to say about yourself before we get started showing these folks around Hershey?
I've been studying my official trolley conductor's manual really hard. So don't be nervous.
Excellent. Good job. But you know, the guests here, well, they don't appear to be nervous.
Oh no, I was just talking to myself. Also, I'm wearing my lucky suspenders. So don't be nervous.
Look, it's okay to be nervous on your first day. You just finished your training, right?
Yes.
Well, what was your favorite part?
The singing. In fact, can we sing a song right now?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell these folks what they can expect on the trolley today. Then you can add in parts you're comfortable with, and then we'll sing.
All right.
All right, folks. Today we're going to start with Mr. Hershey's original chocolate factory at the intersection of Chocolate and Cocoa Avenues.
And we will do some singing to help everyone be a little less nervous. Yeah.
Then we'll go back in time and see where it all came from. The town he built, the chocolate he created,
And the songs he sang.
I'm not exactly sure that that part is quite true. But more importantly, we'll spend time talking about the Milton Hershey School. Now, the school is truly the focal point of the inspiring legacy of Mr. and Mrs. Hershey, and also part of the story that few people know about. So you folks are in for a real treat as we show you the beautiful town
that Mr. Hershey built out of cornfields and chocolate.
Now you've got it.
It must have been extremely messy and awfully hard to do.
What?
To build a town out of cornfields and chocolate, it must have been gooey, sticky.
Oh, Wilbur, no. It's actually just called a metaphor.
Oh.
You know, I think now would be a great time to start that song.
Ooh, I think we should sing "You Are My Sunshine" because it's spring. Well, it's spring and it should be sunny, and you can't not be happy when you're singing.
That's a great choice, Wilbur. Folks, feel free to join right on in. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray.
Just like today.
You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms, oh, in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Kind of like today. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. That was lovely singing, everyone. But you know, we aren't quite to our first destination yet. So I have a chance to tell you more about the story of Mr. Hershey.
Oh, I've been studying that part really hard. Can I tell it?
I don't know, Wilbur. I mean, this is really important.
Trust me, I got this.
Do you think Wilbur has this?
Yeah.
Should we give him a chance?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All was born a farm not too far from here in 1857. He learned to make candy. He made lots and lots of money. And then he died.
That's it? That's all you have to say about Mr. Hershey?
Well, I thought I pretty much covered all the important points.
Wilbur, there's a lot more to Mr. Hershey's story than that. How long were you in training for anyway?
Well, I don't know how long exactly, but they have told me I've been in training a lot longer than any other conductor ever.
I see. Why don't I tell you about Mr. Hershey's story? I mean, after all, he was an inspiration to us all. For instance, did you know that Milton was only 19 years old when he set out on his own to start his first candy business in Philadelphia?
Philadelphia, where he found his fortune.
Not even close. You see, the first thing that many people don't realize is that Mr. Hershey's first success didn't come in the first try. He started his first candy business in 1876, but then he went bankrupt in 1882. And he went bankrupt again 4 years later in New York. And after 10 years of work, he was penniless, but determined to try one last time. So his dear Aunt Martha had to mortgage her house to loan him the money, but that's when he started the Lancaster Caramel Company.
Don't you mean the Lancaster Chocolate Company?
And that's the other thing that people don't realize, Wilbur, is that chocolate was considered a very expensive luxury back in the day, and it wasn't very well known. Milton's first success was with caramels.
Wait. What success? You just said he went bankrupt twice.
I know, but I promise I'll explain everything in time, Wilbur. But for now, folks, if you take a look right over here out to your right, you'll begin to see part of Hershey Park. Now, I'll have more to say about the park later, but for now, you can see some of our famous roller coasters, including this wooden roller coaster right over here off to your right. This is the Lightning Racer. It is the only dual racing track we have here in the park, with tracks named of Thunder and Lightning. And during Halloween time, later in the year, if you come back to visit with us here in Hershey, we have our Dark Nights in the, what is it called? The Dark Night, what do they call Dark Night? Is that just what it's called?
I think that is what it's called, Dark Night.
Dark Night, over at Hershey Park. And that ride is one of them. It's open and will go completely in the dark. None of the lights are on.
Wow.
So if you hear anybody screaming, that's probably me. But that's one of our wooden roller coasters. And we have plenty more that I'll get to a little bit later on. But once we make our way up this road here, we'll head up a hill and we'll soon be getting our very first look at Mr. Hershey's original chocolate factory, so you may want to get your cameras out for this.
Wait, that sounds awesome.
What are you?
I forgot my camera.
That's okay.
No, it's okay, because I live right across town, so I'll just run home, get my camera, and be right back. About 5 minutes, I'll be real quick, okay?
5 minutes? No, you can't.
It's okay.
No, Wilbur, you can't just run off the trolley in the middle of the tour!
Where's he going?
To get his camera, I guess? We can't just here. Maybe we should just keep heading up this way. We'll go see the factory, and maybe we can wait for him on the other side? Folks, I'm really sorry about that. It's his first day. But we promised to show you Mr. Hershey's original chocolate factory, so that's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to be up this hill here, it's going to be over here out to your left, and we'll let you know when we get up there in a moment. But for now, I'd like to give you an exclusive view off over here to your right. Right up over here, if you see that red track, right back there, that red track behind the monorail is our new ride opening up here in the park this year. It's called the Twizzlers Twisted Gravity. But now I want you to take a look off over here to your left, because here is your very first look at Mr. Hershey's original chocolate factory right over here to your left. It started construction back in 1903, and for well over 100 years, this was the largest chocolate factory in the world. At its peak, over 3,000 workers were busy making Hershey's chocolate right here 24 hours a day. They also kept the original smokestacks intact as a tribute, and for many years, up to 1963, this was the only place in the world where Hershey's chocolate was made. Now, 1963 was significant for another reason as well, and it's all around you. If you take a look out of the trolley and up, you're going to see our famous Hershey Kiss streetlights. There are 105 of them lining Chocolate Avenue. They alternate wrapped and unwrapped, and these ones are the only diet kisses that Hershey makes up because they're made out of light chocolate. Thank you. I'll be here all day. Off over we're here to your right, this beautiful building was the town's original community center built back in 1929. It has served many purposes over the years, including the town's hospital, men's and women's club, junior college, and radio station. It's also home to the beautiful Broadway-style Hershey Theater, which has been continuously bringing high-quality entertainment to town from 1933 through today. But now that we're on the other side of the factory, Mike, I think right up over here, yeah, this looks like a great place to pull over for a moment, and maybe Wilbur can catch up with us. But while we wait, you'll get a close-up view of the factory. When it was going full steam, they made over 2 million Hershey bars a day in there, which comes out to about 25 per second. They also produced 33 million Hershey Kisses a day in there as well. But now the chocolate is made across town at our West Hershey plant.
I told Milton I'd try out his brand spanking new trolley, so here we go.
I'm sorry, sir. Do we know you?
Now there's no need to serve me. Folks around here call me Papa Hershey, and you can too.
Papa, as in Henry Hershey? Folks, this is Milton Hershey's father.
Oh, you heard of my boy Milton?
Yes, we certainly have. In fact, I was just showing these folks the site of Milton's original chocolate factory.
Yeah, that's the site, and what the site is gonna be. He tells me he'll have it finished by next year. And by 1905, this town will be on the map. Now you see, I can remember when all this was just cornfields and cows. Lots of cows. That chocolate factory is sure going to prove the fragrance of this town.
You know that's right.
But it won't just be the factory. I mean to tell you, he's gonna have a whole chocolate town. So even if you don't live on Chocolate Avenue, well, over there's gonna be Cold Rockers Avenue. Oh, and Granada. Oh, and Java. Oh, and Arriba in Bahia. And that's not even all of them.
And those street names are all places in the world where Milton would get cocoa beans for the factory.
Yes, sir. He's gonna have trolleys zipping up and down all over the place. One thing I tell people, that boy knows how to dream big.
He sure has a vision for what this town can be.
Well, you're kinder than most folk. Well, I'm crazy what most folks say, but that's right. You know, they used to call me crazy too whenever I showed them one of my new inventions. Of course, that could have been because none of my inventions ever seemed to work quite right. Same with my adventures. You know, I almost struck a rich and silver mine back in Denver. It's too bad it didn't pan out. Get it? Pan out.
I get it. I got it.
Where was I?
Telling stories about the town?
Oh, that is right. Around here I am known for two things, telling stories and singing songs. And I see we have some song sheets here. Let's say we use them.
Okay, Papa, why don't you pick your favorite?
Well, I'm kind of partial to Bye Bye Blackbird.
That sounds great. Folks, feel free to join right on in. Pack up all my cares and blow, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet and so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand me. What hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye bye.
Oh, no, that was a real mighty fine singing right there. Where was I? What was I talking about?
We're talking about Milton?
Oh, N6, yes, indeed. The one thing that makes me most proud of that boy is that he stuck with it until he finally made it. Let that be a lesson to you young folks. Never give up.
Even if they call you crazy?
You bet your spangly sparkles. Oh, well, now I've ventured here long enough. I just wanted to see how this brand new Trolley 9 is working out. You folks stick with this nice young lady. She sure knows a thing or two about history. Bye now and have a great day in Hershey, everybody.
Bye, Papa. Thanks for the stories. I'm glad we had a chance to meet Milton's father. He was certainly quite the adventurer and inventor in his day, but unfortunately, none of Henry's inventions or adventures ever made the family any money, which unfortunately left left Milton growing up in a poor and unstable environment. And it just occurred to me that when we got started talking to him, we forgot to look for Wilbur at the factory.
I didn't see him anywhere.
Uh-oh. Well, we don't have time to turn around now, so I guess we better keep going. Anyways, after Philadelphia, Milton did travel with his father to Denver, Colorado. Papa was convinced they'd sure like it rich in silver mining, but Milton ended up working for a candy maker who taught him the secret on how to make his candies chewier, tastier, and longer lasting. And when Mr. Hershey became successful in Lancaster, it was in no small part due to the fact that he had his special ingredient. And Mr. Hershey became very successful indeed. By 1891, he had made his first $1 million. But it wasn't until 6 years later, that's when he decided to add milk to chocolate to create a unique taste. Now he intended to become the first person in the world to mass produce milk chocolate, making it so inexpensive that even a child could afford it. But something more important happened in the 1890s. In 1896, Milton walked into a candy store up in Jamestown, New York, and behind the counter saw a beautiful auburn-haired woman named Catherine Elizabeth Sweeney. Now to make a long story short, the two were married in 1898. Now Milton and Catherine, who he and everyone else just called Kitty, were very happy together, but unfortunately learned something very sad quite early on. Doctors told them they were unable to have any children, which was devastating as they both loved children very much. But then in 1909, Kitty had the greatest idea of all. She suggested they start a school for orphan boys. This was the humble beginnings of the Milton Hershey School that is all around us now. The school here has over 2,000 students that attend the school with over 11,000 graduates, living in over 190 student homes here in town. Off over here to your right are some of the transitional living homes for the 12th graders, getting them ready to head off for higher education. The gray house at the end of the row off to the right is the Hershey family homestead, built back in 1826 by Milton's great-grandfather, Isaac Hershey. This, folks, is where Milton S. Hershey was born, September 13, 1857. This is also where the Hersheys had started the school. In 1910, 4 orphan boys moved into the homestead with their house parents, George and Prudence Copenhagen. Now, Mr. Hershey believed that each boy should have a good education, but more importantly, a stable home environment. And the homestead is one of the most special places in our story. The center limestone portion of the house is the original homestead. All the rest was added on over the years, as the building is still a vital part of the campus today. And the homestead here is the home for the current president of the Milton Hershey School. This is also where Milton spent 2 years experimenting in a barn that's no longer there, so you won't see it anymore, until he came up with that perfect recipe for the delicious Hershey's milk chocolate. That was 1899. The next year, he introduced the world to the Hershey bar, and the...
Hello. I saw that you were showing some folks around our town and had some young ones on board. I thought they might like some of these Hershey Kisses. I just wrapped them this morning.
Well, that's very nice of you, and you must be Mrs.
Hershey, dear. Annie Hershey.
I can't believe it. You're Milton's mother, Mrs. Hershey. This is such an honor.
Now, don't make such a fuss, dear. And by the way, just call me Mama Hershey. Everyone else does.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that's right. Mama Hershey.
That's better.
Did you happen to see anyone unusual outside? We seem to be missing one of our conductors. I thought maybe that you would have
Well, I did see an unusually handsome young man, dressed a lot like your motorman, racing by here a few minutes ago. But don't you worry, you'll find him soon enough. I told him, you young folks need to slow down and enjoy life. Ah, my Milton was like that as a child, always on the go. My son loves children, you know, he just adores them. He made these Hershey Kisses just for children.
And you say you hand-wrapped all these by yourself?
Well, I don't like to have idle hands, dear. But Milton tells me it's 1920, and that next year he's going to go out and buy a machine that does all the wrapping itself.
That sounds fantastic.
It sounds expensive.
You're right. Anyways, Mama, since you raised such a great son, do you have any advice for us?
Well, it's not easy raising children these days, but I've always trusted what the Bible says about it. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he'll not depart from it. I always taught Milton that prosperity is a blessing to be used wisely. I'm so proud he remembered what I taught him. But I better be going, you pass out the kisses, dear. Each of you may take one, but no more.
Okay.
We want everyone to get a kiss from Mama. And please hold on to those pretty silver wrappers for this nice young man here in the front while they clean up the trolley all by himself.
Oh.
We don't want that now, do we? Bye-bye now.
Bye, Mama. So the kisses. Well, she certainly was a sweet lady, wasn't she? And a hard worker too. And she wasn't kidding about wrapping kisses. They were hand wrapped until 1921. And Mama would spend part of each day down at the factory helping out until several days before she died. And she lived to be 85. It's definitely where Milton got his persistence from. So folks, without further ado, if I hold on to these any longer, I'm gonna want to eat all of them. So we'll begin with passing the kisses here down this side of the trolley. Yep, you'll go down this side of the trolley and then across the back and then up this side back to me. And please hold on to those pretty silver wrappers and deposit them in the trash can right up here by me as you exit off our trolley doors today. But from here on in, the story about the school and the town is a bit intertwined. So although we're headed back to the town, I would like to tell you more about the school. When the Hershey started the school, they called it the Hershey Industrial School. And Mr. Hershey wanted each boy who came to his school to learn 3 things. First, to learn a trade, because he believed that a hands-on skill would help them be successful. That's actually still true today. Secondly, he wanted the boys to have a love and respect for God and man. Still today, weekly services are a part of the student Sunday mornings, and it is non-denominational. And third, he wanted the boys to appreciate nature and learn to work the dairy farms. And they all did. Now, while much has changed about the school today, for example, both boys and girls attend now, they aren't required to do farm chores anymore, and they do not have to strictly be orphans to be eligible to come here. Now, the mission of the school has never changed. The Milton Hershey School is here to serve families in financial need. So, the most important thing that I can tell you about the school is that it is absolutely free. And it's everything from room and board, healthcare, all educational costs, merit scholarships up to $115,000. You might be wondering, how is that even possible? Don't worry, I'll tell you a little bit later on. But for now, we made our way down Para Avenue, which is another one of those interesting street names leading back down to Chocolate Avenue here. This is another opportunity to see those famous Hershey Kiss streetlights. Now, I know earlier I told you about light chocolate, but now I can tell you that here in town, when one of the bulbs burns out, we do like to call that dark chocolate. I'll even let you in a little secret. Just last week, it hasn't hit the news yet, but last week, somebody tried to climb up and steal one of them. Yeah. We had to call that hot chocolate. But the perpetrator's plans were always foiled. And they were put behind Hershey bars. But don't worry, I didn't stay there too long because I ate my way out and that's how I got here. But as you can see, as we make this next turn here, you'll see we're coming close to the original factory site once again off to your left. Thank you. It's important to understand that before there was a factory, there was very little here. A tiny village and a lot of dairy farms. In fact, just like Papa said, many people thought he should have his head examined, only to build a factory out here in the middle of nowhere. But Mr. Hershey had 3 solid reasons for building right here. First, he knew the area well. Well, he was born here after all. And he knew that the Spring Creek, right over here next to us, would provide an excellent freshwater source for the factory. And you'll be able to see as we get down here how it flows right up to the base of the 2 original Hershey smokestacks, which was the old power plant for the factory. Secondly, he intended to become the first person in the world to mass produce milk chocolate. So why would he locate in a large city when he could be right here in dairy country and be right next to his source? He also knew that a lot of the hard-working Pennsylvania Dutchmen would love the chance to come work in the factory. And finally, Mr. Hershey had it in his mind all along that he didn't want to just build a factory. He wanted to create an entire model town around it, which would eventually include many of the sites I've shown you so far today. But we're making our turn here onto the driveway, headed up to Milton's private residence, the High Point Mansion. Now, this area is closed to the public, but the Hershey Trolley Works has been given special permission to bring our guests onto the property. But before we get there, I'd like to go back in time here and tell you a little bit about the people who first settled this area back in the early 1700s. It was the Scots-Irish from the county Derry in Ireland. They built a church here in 1724. It's actually out to your left up on the hill. It's still active today. It's called the Derry Presbyterian Church. And right next to it is that small glass enclosed session house. That is the original session house built back in 1732. Same year George Washington was born. And Mr. Hershey had it enclosed in glass back in 1929 to protect it, as it is one of the oldest unrestored structures here in Pennsylvania. That brings us to the year 1900. In 1900, Milton decided to sell his Lancaster Caramel Company for $1 million. He then used that money, bought 1,200 acres of land to be able to start his factory and his town. By 1906, the former village of Derry Church was thriving as Hershey, Pennsylvania. And in 1908, Mr. Hershey finished this beautiful home, the High Point Mansion. This is a beautiful 22-room mansion Milton had built for his wife, Catherine, back in 1908. Now, I frequently get asked, Emma, how much did the home cost, and does anybody live there now? Everybody always wants to know. Back in 1908, the home cost Mr. Hershey $53,433 to build. And the Hersheys are the only people to ever call High Point home. Since 1991, it has been the headquarters for the Hershey Trust, which I'll tell you about a little bit later on. But for now, to make our way down here in the hollow, out to your left, you're going to see an old one-room schoolhouse. This is the Derry Church School, built back in 1844. Would anybody like to take a guess at who would have attended school here? You're right, Milton Hershey. A young Milton Hershey came here second grader in 1863, where he was taught by his uncle, Elias Hershey. But he only went here for 1 year. In fact, he dropped out of school when he was 12 to go to work to help support the family. Now, he failed at his first job at a newspaper, but here we all owe a big thank you to Mama Hershey. When he was just 15 years old, his mother Fanny got him an apprenticeship to a candy maker in Lancaster. He spent 4 years there perfecting his craft, and well, you could say that the rest is history. But for now, I will tell you, we will be making our way back towards Chocolate Avenue once again, and we will get to see our next couple of sites down there. All right, now who could this be?
Hello there.
Hello?
My name is Jacob Stozfice. How you doing?
Fine, thanks. My name's Emma, and this is Mike, and, well, I don't know all of their names. But it's nice to meet you. We were just headed towards the factory, and it looks like you might work there?
Oh, hello. Right up there with the culture machinery. I was just running the pit lit because my lunch wasn't quite ready. Say no, let's see what the better have back for me. Oh, it's my favorite. Pickled pig feet and penny cups. Say no, would you like some?
That's very, very nice of you, but I think we're gonna pass on the pig's feet. But the penny cups sound good if you're sure you've got enough for your lunch, Mr. Stozfice.
First off, you can call me Jakey and don't you worry. Oh, and don't you worry, because we have my uncle works down at the Reese's plant just up the road, so we always have plenty of penny cups, don't you know? So you just pass the people around the penny cups until they're all.
Until they're all what?
All in once.
Until they're all...
Oh, no, that's just an expression. Till they're all gone.
Folks, these are Reese's cups I do have on board. Before I pass them around, does anyone on board happen to have a peanut allergy? Just double checking. Here you are. Folks, over here off to your left, you'll begin to see some beautiful mansions that were built back in the early 1900s to the top, executive to the factory. This white home with gray beams is home to Mr. William F.R. Murray.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Murray. Nice fella. You know what his job is.
Yes, Mr. Hershey's first salesman and first president of the chocolate factory.
Yeah, that too. But his main job is to trim up the cocoa bushes right there.
Wait, really?
No, I was just joking ya. Besides, they are real cocoa bushes anyhow.
They're actually barberry bushes, right?
Yeah, but around here, we like to call them the Hershey berry bushes.
That is a good one.
That is a good one.
And Jakey, you're Pennsylvania Dutch, aren't you?
Get on. Hey, God, how'd you know?
Well, I think it's your accent, just the way you speak is so colorful and expressive.
Oh, very no, that's just so nice.
Jakey, do you like to sing?
Oh, hello. I'm in the opening chorus. I sing tenor.
Tenor?
Yeah. 10 or 12 miles down the road in Lebanon. And sometimes they even ask me to sing solo.
Really?
Yeah, solo, that no one can hear me. Oh, and one time too, Fred and I, we were gonna sing a duet.
Really?
Yeah, but then they told us to do it somewhere else. Oh, that's a good one. How about we sing, the One Half Crazy song?
I don't think we know that one.
You know, I'm one half crazy, all for the love of you.
Oh, you mean Bicycle Built for Two. Folks, feel free to join right on in. It's on the front of your song sheets. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll be sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Hey, everybody, that was lovely.
Oh, that was wonderful good, wonderful good.
Say, Jakey, have you worked in the factory long?
Oh, Venlo Hope, I'm a concher. Been one since 1910. I was just 15 years old when I started working for Mr. Hershey. My job is to load the chocolate in the concher machine, which stirs it around once.
Just one time?
No, that's just an expression. The chocolate is stirred around and around for 96 hours now. Yeah, Mr. Hershey wouldn't have it any way else. He's very particular about the way he makes his chocolates. He comes by the factory just about every day to check up on his workers. And if we're not making the chocolate just the way he likes it, oh boy, he'll let you know about it.
I'm sure he would.
But anyhow, let you make haste, don't want to be late. You want to join the penny cups? And when you eat Hershey's chocolate, you take a bowl, Jakey stirring it there once. Stirs it one time, that's a good one. Good tell that one to Mr. Hershey.
That's right.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. See you now.
Have fun at work. Oh, they just passed. I was going to say the train. This is like a perfect moment. The trains are where the sugar and the cocoa beans nowadays come in for the chocolate making. That's where they come in. Because I did want to point out to you, let's see if you can see it from here. Oh, not quite yet. Oh yeah, that's the monorail that's in Hershey Park. Off over here to your left, you're going to see those big 24 yellow silos back behind those trees in the track there. Back in the factory's heyday, those silos held over 90 million pounds of cocoa beans, which is a lot of beans. So that's what they were stored back in the day. You'll see them once again more clearly off over here to your right. From here, off over here to your left, this white and brick building here in the corner is the town's original Hershey Bank, built back in 1914 and still used today. In fact, some might say that it's in mint condition. And this building off over your left was built a year later in 1915. This is the Hershey Press building, where they would print the Hershey bar wrappers back in the day. But as we make our way over this bridge, we are entering the other side of Mr. Hershey's model town. Mr. Hershey wanted the families who lived and worked here to have plenty of social activities. So in 1906, he designed Hershey Park. It began as a place for families to enjoy boating, fishing, and picnicking along the Spring Creek. By 1916, he opened up his private collection of wildlife known as the Hershey Zoo. Today, Zoo America, which is off over here to your right, features 200 North American animals on 11 acres. He also built the Starlight Dance Pavilion around that time as well, so the town people can do the jitterbug and the Charleston to all the big band races on a Saturday night. They also started adding rides as early as 1912. First came a carousel with a mini trolley ride a few years later. The first roller coaster was built back in 1923. It was called the Wildcat, although it's not anymore, not there anymore. It was torn down back in 1946, but 50 years later, in 1996, they built a new Wildcat, which is now the Wildcat's Revenge, which I'll show you a little bit later. But it looks like this boy could use some help.
Thanks for stopping. Could you give me a ride over to Mr. Abrams' farm? It's just up the road. This milk can goes to Mr. Abrams. He's the extra can to take to the factory. I'm Jimmy Bowers. What's your name?
Hi, Timmy. My name's Emma. Did you make a stop at Hershey Park as well?
Oh, yeah, because you know there's 13 guys in our house. So sometimes we go down here to the park and have some swell games of baseball.
I see. So, you live in one of Mr. Hershey's student homes. Do you go to Mr. Hershey's school?
Yeah, I've been there almost 5 months now. Gee, it's hard to imagine it's been that long. things are so different here.
Well, where are you from, Timmy?
Well, me and my family used to live in Philadelphia. But then there was this fire and well, anyway, I became an orphan more or less when my parents died. Things were kind of rough for a while. But then I came here, and now my house mom says I ain't near as scrawny as I was when I first got here. I almost gained 12 pounds, and I've grown a lot too. People say I'm kind of big for my age.
Timmy, how old are you?
I'm 10.
Sure, I'm big for 10.
Oh, hey, guess what?
What?
Just last week, Mr. Hershey, I had dinner at Mr. Hershey's house. Yeah, each week they have about 10 of us guys over for dinner. Mr. Hershey and Mrs. Kitty are just swell, and well, she's kind of pretty too. We had chicken and waffles, that's Mr. Hershey's favorite. Of course, I get it done without the waffles. I can better at breakfast.
Me too.
Oh, hey, and see that big house up there? That's my friend Johnny's house. He lives with 13 other guys, and you know that we have house parents that take care of us and teach us stuff.
And that student hall is called the Rosemont, right?
Yeah, it's right next to Mr. Hershey's Rose Garden.
Neat. So you're learning a lot here, Timmy?
Oh, you bet. Well, I never seen a cow before I came here. And now my house dad says that if I behave myself and work really hard, I can become a real dairy farmer one day. But, oh, hey, this is Mr. Abrams' farm, so I gotta go.
Oh, Timmy, before you leave, would you like to take some Hershey Kisses with you?
Well, do you really mean it? Well, thanks, this is great. I can share them with all my friends. Maybe if I feed the kisses to the cows, we can have some chocolate milk tonight. Thank you.
No, I
Hey
don't.
guys, we have some Hershey Kisses.
No.
Guys.
No. I don't think he knows. That's not how that works. You have your own Hershey Kiss. Oh, you got Hershey Kiss in the back of that too. Well, he certainly was a cute kid, wasn't he? And looked sort of familiar too, don't you think, Mike? He looks sort of familiar. Yeah, I just don't know why he looks so familiar. I'm getting some funny looks. Do I have something on my face? No? Okay, would have been embarrassing. Oh, you're right. You're gonna buy the factory again. We forgot to check for Wilbur, thank you. What's his name? What's his name?
No, but I think I heard him screaming on the monorail.
Screaming on the monorail? It's not even a roller coaster. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Well, if anybody sees him running around, let me know. Because we gotta pick him up. We can't go back to Chocolate Girl without him. But like I said earlier, there's over 2,000 students that attend the Milton Hershey School today. Not only is it one of the largest private residential schools of its kind in the country, it is one of the largest privately endowed schools in the world. But the way that this came about is unfortunately the saddest part of our story. You see, Catherine was very ill during her adult life and she died quite young. She was only 42 when she died in 1915. She was the love of Mr. Hershey's life. He knew he would never remarry and never have any children. And never did. 3 years later, Milton quietly signed over every single share of stock he had in the chocolate company to the Hershey Trust. And the trust, we learned earlier, is headquartered over the High Point Mansion, and it is the financial caretaker of the school. Back then, that initial endowment was worth $60 million, which today is well over $24 billion. So every child that attends the Milton Hershey School truly is a beneficiary of Mr. Hershey's successful business and his everlasting kindness. While they are here, all of their needs are met by the Milton Hershey School. Now these next 3 sites we're going to see here today are all going to be connected to Catherine Hershey. First, if you take a look over here, up on the hill off to your right, you're going to see that beautiful building up on top of the hill. That is the fabulous and luxurious 4-star Hotel Hershey, built back in 1933. And as you can tell from its distinctive architecture, it was modeled after hotels where he and Mrs. Hershey had stayed on trips to the Mediterranean. And off over here to your left, you'll be able to see the beautiful Hershey Gardens. They were planted back in 1937 for the enjoyment of the community. There are thousands of flowers here and a beautiful butterfly house open in the gardens all year long. But you may want to get your cameras out for this, because we are up on top of the hill, meaning at the end of this road past these trees, you'll be getting a spectacular view of all of Hershey, Pennsylvania, folks. Take a look at this. We can see a lot from here. You can see the 2 tall smokestacks, those big 24 yellow silos, and a lot of Hershey Park as well. Now, as a frame of reference, when you came into town and saw the Welcome to Hershey emblem up on the hill, that's where we're headed now. Now, this area is closed to the public, but the Hershey Trolley Works has been given special permission to bring our guests up here to pause for the best possible view of all of Hershey, Pennsylvania. But first, we need to know what this building over here is up on top of the hill. This is Catherine Hall, named for Mrs. Hershey. Today, it is the middle school for the Milton Hershey School. It was built back in 1934 and was originally the high school, but today it's the middle school. Back in the day, over the years, a lot of the young children have looked off over this view as their time at the school was coming to an end, and they wondered, what's next? We know that Milton wondered a similar thing. On September 2nd, 1945, just weeks before he passed away, he stood up on this hill and told one of his best friends that his fondest wish would be that one of the boys would come off the hill and run one of his companies. Since then, no less than 14 of the Milton Hershey School graduates have gone on to run one or more Hershey companies that Milton himself started. In fact, the last 3 presidents were all graduates of the Milton Hershey School. We'll be paused up here for just a moment, so please feel free to take as many photos and videos as you'd like of this wonderful view. From here, down below us, you can see Chocolate World is actually just down there below us, as well as the Hershey Park Stadium, and the arena is back behind it. Yes. Sure. We just stopped here to admire the view. Have you seen it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a local boy. Charlie Black's the name.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. My name's Emma. Have you been in the service long?
Yes, ma'am. 5 years now. I signed up in 1941 and just got back from Germany yesterday. I was just at an interview for a teaching job at Mr. Hershey's school. It sure is great to be back. The town has really grown. I can see they expanded the park a lot too. You know, I was really proud to say I came from Hershey. It sort of made me a celebrity in the service.
A celebrity? Why is that?
Well, because the Hershey ration bar and all. Everyone knew about Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I do remember hearing about that. Mr. Hershey was approached by the government in 1937 to see if he could make a ration bar with enough vitamins and calories to keep a soldier alive during emergency wartime conditions. He soon produced the Field Ration D-Bar, and during World War II, he basically turned over his factory to their production.
That's right. My mom wrote me a letter saying that she and my sister were working 7 days a week during the war, and the factory produced 3.5 billion ration bars.
That's a lot of Hershey bars.
It sure is. Mr. Hershey made friends all over the world. In every village we passed through in Germany, the kids knew 3 English phrases: G.I. Joe, Uncle Sam, and Hershey Bar.
That's right, Charlie. You know, we've been doing a lot of singing here on the trolley. How would you like to lead us in a song?
Ooh, that'd be great. Would it be too hokey if I requested God Bless America, just for being back and all?
That wouldn't be hokey at all. In fact, why don't you start?
God bless America, when that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. That was great.
What is it, Charlie?
I forgot my duffel bag. I must have left it up at the senior hall. I better go back and get it.
But Charlie, that's all the way back up the hill now.
That's quite all right. I've been running all day.
Well, good luck, Charlie.
Thanks.
And Charlie, welcome home.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, folks, with that, we now will be on our way back to Hershey's Chocolate World here today. And we still don't have Wilbur. So if anybody sees him, I don't know what's gonna happen if you go like chocolate roll without him. So if anybody sees him, just let me know. But from here, we can see a lot of Hershey Park. I did say that I would point out the Wildcats Revenge earlier. So the roller coaster that sits closest to us with that wooden frame and the red steel track, that is the Wildcats Revenge that I had mentioned earlier. But we are in a very unique spot from here. From here, this area that we're in right now that we come down to is actually a historic site that I'd like to tell you about. And you're probably thinking, well, how can that be? There's nothing here. And that's kind of the point. Because right here where we are used to be the old runway for the old Hershey Airport we used to have back in the day. But as we can see, it's no longer like that anymore. It's now just used mostly as parking for our outdoor concerts at the Hershey Park Stadium. That is right back behind me.
Oh, I finally caught up with you. Oh, good, you folks are still here.
What?
Made it back.
Wilbur, where have you been?
Where have you been?
We've been looking all over town for you.
I've been looking over town for you.
Wait a minute. I thought you were going to get your camera.
About that, funny story.
Okay.
I did get my camera, but when I couldn't find you, I did some stuff.
Such as?
I went to the park and rode all 15 roller coasters.
What? All 15? Wilbur, how is that even possible?
I even rode the Super Duper Looper twice.
Wow.
Then I went to the zoo and saw all kind of cool animals. But when I was getting a closer look at the American alligator, I dropped my camera and he swallowed it.
Oh, Wilbur.
The zookeeper said to come back in a few days and I can get my camera back.
I don't think you want that camera back.
Anyway, where are we going next?
Next? What? Wilbur, we're on the way back to Chocolate World. You missed the entire journey.
I missed the whole thing?
Yeah. And I think you owe these folks an apology for running off the trolley the way you did like that. They were counting on you, weren't you folks?
Oh, gee, folks, don't be too mad at me. You have no idea what I've been through this last hour.
Oh, really? What you've been through? Wilbur, what about all of us?
But my camera.
But our guests. They were counting on you.
Oh, I guess you're right. I'm sorry for running off the trolley. It will never happen again, I promise. But, I was right here with you in spirit the whole time.
Oh, there's something I should probably tell you. We also sang a lot of good old songs while you were gone too.
Oh, you mean I missed all the singing? That's my favorite part.
I know, but these folks were terrific singers. We just had to keep singing. You even missed Mike singing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but can we do one more song for me, please?
All right, we do have a little bit more time before we get back to Chocolate World. So let's see if any of our guests have any song requests. How about it, folks? Anybody have a favorite song off the song sheet they'd like to sing today? Ooh, not all at once. Ooh, one at a time, please. When you're smiling, that sounds great.
All right.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy again, just keep on smiling. 'Cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. 2 more times. The whole world smiles with you. Last time, make it good. The whole world smiles with you. Woo! That was lovely singing, everyone.
That was good.
That was really good.
Oh wait, that's right. This. Oh, I completely forgot to tell you something very important.
Okay.
So when I was running around trying to catch up to you, I took a shortcut to the old chocolate factory, and I got lost.
Ooh.
It's like a maze in there. I met some very nice security guards who showed me exactly where the door was. And when I told them I was with the Hershey Trolley Works, a nice old lady gave me all these Hershey bars.
What? You got Hershey bars for everyone?
Yep. I brought up for everyone. There you go. This is great, Emma. Can we sing Sentimental Journey before we go? That's my all-time favorite.
Sure. But first, I'd like to thank these folks for coming out.
Emma.
What?
Can I do the ending part?
No, it's up earlier in the whole
I
Hershey
promise I'll do better than I did them with the Milton Hershey store. I'll do better.
You think I should give him a second chance? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for riding the Hershey Trolley Works. Before you leave, we ask a few things of you. First, please remain in your seats until the trolley comes to a complete stop. Second, please leave your song sheets on the seats where you found them. And third, please dispose of all wrappers and other garbage in the waste can as you leave. Mind your step while you exit, and have a great day in our hometown, Chocolate Town, USA!
Well, that was great!
Thank you. Now, can we sing Sentimental Journey?
Sure. Folks, we need your help to finish the show. So, when we point to you, you'll sing. Okay, here we go. But I'm gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease. But I'm gonna take a sentimental journey to new old memories. But I'm got my bags, I've got my reservations. Spanish time I could afford. But I'm like a child in wild anticipation. I long to hear that all aboard. 7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up for heaven. Counting every mile of trolley track that takes me back. But I've never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? But I'm gonna take a sentimental journey. Sentimental journey home. Ooh, that was lovely singing, everyone. Folks, thank you so much for coming out and riding with us. I hope you all have a sweet rest of your day here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's a wrap. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you.
We gave you a lot of laughs and a lot of smiles, and we even gave you Hershey's chocolate. But the best